What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jenny Jones. Hope y'all good. Welcome to the Authentic Fit channel. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel, those who engage. Thank you for the support. So, as you know, this is another episode of O Word, 7th episode, and we talk about different stuff that happens in the culture. So, this week we have Jeezy and DJ Drama. They teamed up to release Snowfall. Back on the bullshit. It's going down. They got another one. Also, Jim Jones just appeared on the episode of Fresh Pair. They do custom pairs of sneakers and shit like that. And Jim Jones talked about who was the drippiest rapper in the industry right now. So he broke it down a little bit, but we're gonna break it down, and that's his opinion. But we're gonna discuss about who's really the drippiest rapper in the industry. And also, y'all know Kanye did the Drink Champs interview last week, said some stuff that was kind of shaky. So we're gonna see about that. We're gonna break it down a little bit because he did an update on that. He did an interview after that, about the anti-Semitic comments and the George Floyd situation, about how it didn't really happen like that. So nigga tripping a little bit, but I don't know. So we're gonna break it down. I'm not gonna talk any further. So thank you, subscribe, engage, like, dislike. Let me know what's going on, and let's get to it. Oh, behave. DJ Drama got his mojo back. Couple days ago, Jeezy's new mixtape Fall came out. For the last couple of years, musically, we haven't really seen Jeezy. Of course, there was the historical versus battle with Gucci Mane, and the Recession 2 came out, but didn't live up to the first one that came out in '08 with Put On, Vacation, Crazy World, Who Dat. As far as the verses, that was one of the most intense battles we have ever seen. No need to expand on their past issues. That night officially squashed the beef, and Atlanta was able to breathe better.
It was fucking the money up because it was fucking the city up. Like DJs were getting hands put on them, for playing the records like a Jeezy record. If 1017 was in there, or if somebody played a Gucci record, if CTE was in there, like it was just getting hostile. So when we went on the radio and like patched it up, it was like a weight lifted off the city's shoulders.
That shit so wild. That shit fucked up. We had the peak side.
Right.
That's what fans. So we from the six. We over here. I don't know nothing about that shit. Right. Riding this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just inherited. We had.
Which is crazy.
Since then, the city has been able to stop choosing a side. We see now Big Snow is showing love to everybody to promote Snowfall. Another installment of the Gangsta Grillz mixtape, DJ Drama and Jeezy sound hungrier than ever, taking us back to Trappada. Here I stand, a grown-ass man, all by myself, a grown-ass man, a young nigga with some grown-ass plans.
I remember the first time I heard the intro to the tape, and it gave me chills.
Trappada and this huge underground buzz on what he was doing and what he's about to do, and I just was trying to encourage them to continue on that movement, because sometimes movements are bigger than single records. Sometimes people have big records or have one record and no one buys the album because they don't buy into the person. With Jeezy, this is a different thing.
If that intro didn't give you chills back then, you might want to go on a retreat and meditate on it. Jeezy was never the rapper to give you punchlines and triple entendres, but it was the way he was saying it. Chop It That felt like it was his only way out to make it, and every fucking bar had to count. Sounds familiar?
Get Rich and Die Trying. Is that not your favorite album?
It is because it was like, when it happened, I knew that the record was like, it was literally that. That's why it worked so much. Because I was up against so much shit stacked up against the actual project that I said it's gonna go either way. Either it's just gonna work and everything gonna go right, or it's all or nothing. Oh yeah.
America loves this gangster shit. Those kind of stories make the best albums. You can feel it. Then y'all know after, it was Thug Motivation. Jeezy gives us that vibe again with Snowfall. This project is a motion picture with its cinematic vibe. Quality street music.
I got bored with the game. I just feel like all the music was the same. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it didn't really have that edge or that feeling for me. Yeah. So I just wanted to make something I wanted to hear. Shout out to Andre 3000. He always told me if you want to hear something, you just got to make it.
Can't lie. He's right. Glad Snowman took that initiative. Snowfall goes hard. And every song holds its own. Just hearing the intro, you know the project is going to be epic. Hustlers will ride to it. It's bringing back that music that we miss. And to do it, who better? You can hear Jeezy's growth on Street Cred. It's one of the songs on the album. The chorus goes like, I ain't get these mentions with street cred, get that Rolls Royce with no street cred, Rari with the horse with no street cred, 911 Porsche with no street cred, can't pay my family bills with no street cred. Pastor Young is talking that shit. Back then, street cred was like your passport. Big Snow is just on some grown man shit. While some people thought it was a sucker move to let Gucci be disrespectful, they both don't have to be in that environment no more though. Some tactics from back in the day won't work when you try to accumulate assets and invest in business ventures. Don't get it fucked up. His score hasn't changed and there's still equity, but priorities change and that's okay.
Like, I don't want to preach because that ain't what I'm here for, but I'm just like, that's how I feel. I don't look at them like artists. I look at them like you just said something about ESTG. That's my brother.
Yeah, I just saw my boy gave you a chain.
Gave me a piece. Ain't nobody never gave me no piece. You know what I'm saying? Well, shout out to ESTG.
Shout out to EST, man. Everybody stand together.
He never gave me no piece. I've been giving the pieces out, baby. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never pulled up on me like, he's so big on me. I said, damn, he getting that money.
Right.
A song you gotta test your car's sound system in is Scarface with ESTG. We heard the realist prior. With this one, you'll understand why we need a project with him too. After hearing the complete project, we can see that Big Snow still has a block in the game to motivate the thugs. He looks more focused than ever and still has a love for music. Snowfall has replay value.
When you look at me and you see me right now, this has always been my vision for myself. 1000%. Only thing, and you know, I got a little ice on because I'm running around today, but plain Jane watch, wedding band, plain Jane, clean shirt, you know, nice slacks. That's what I wanted to be because that's what I respected. I've been around, you know, every gangster you can name. You know what I'm saying? I've been in every hood there was, but I understood one thing. The people that we couldn't understand was the people that were smart enough to create these Fortune 500 companies for themselves and be able to do it legitimately. And that's what that symbolized to me. I always wanted to be a black man that, you know, understood what his passion was and what drives him. You know what I'm saying? Like my purpose. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, music is my talent, and I'll get into that later, but business has always been my passion.
Jeezy might eventually retire from music. Maybe still fuck around doing features and shit. It will be a sad day. But one thing for sure, he will always be corporate thugging. But for the moment, at least right now, the weatherman said that it's still a light chance of snow. Snowfall out right now, DJ Drama, Jeezy, Big Snow. Last week, Dipset capo Jim Jones was on Fresh Pair with Just Blaze and designer Cathy. She killed it with those custom sneakers. Everything on the shoe has a special connection to the artist's profile. Jim Jones, being from Harlem, which is known for staying flat, they asked him who were the drippiest rappers in the game right now. Y'all can look it up though. Some was right, but O Word decided to do its own list with our opinion. Y'all know a lot of rappers share the same stylist, so you might see the same damn high-fashion shirt in a few videos. Really, it's the person that makes the clothes. You can see who can put this shit together, whether it's a luxury brand or a Walmart t-shirt.
But it don't be the clothes, it's the nigga in them. Yeah. It's the nigga in them, you know, like real shit. Like, you know, when we get money, a lot of niggas gonna have the same shit on. But that nigga ain't gonna look better than me with this bitch on. Like, you know, it's the nigga in them and how he wear it. You know, like all that shit play a part.
Right. Here we have some of the drippiest rappers in the game, in no particular order though. You gotta put Fabulous in that list. From the jerseys with the matching hats and sneakers, Fab is on his shit.
Fab has maintained, like Fab seemed like he was the guy in high school that won in the yearbook best dressed.
The freshest.
The freshest, right?
We ain't even going tour yet and he's killing. I'm spending all my money.
With time, Fab never got corny with the drip. He doesn't try to compete with the youngins and knows how to adapt. With the smooth flow, clever lines, you can tell that Big Daddy Kane, which was one of the coldest to do it with the style, is an influence on him. Fab makes the list. And then we gotta go with T.I. First, we gotta acknowledge the way he wore fitted caps on the side back then. If you were a fly real one, you were wondering how the hell it never fell. Only Tip could rock the hat like that. And versatility is easy for him. You can go from casual to suited up. Not just one-dimensional, Tip knows how to dress for the occasion.
Some custom Comme des Garçons Saccage.
Ooh,
you might have crushed every guest thus far.
Those are nice. You know what? Them the Flyest I've seen.
Yeah.
I've never seen those before.
I'm about to tuck mine away.
I'm a Saccage guy, man. And you know, I think this is the second silhouette.
Okay.
And this particular silhouette is, I guess, the third even, because when they did a collaboration with Comme des Garçons, they did a high top.
Right.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. The man actually knows his shoes.
Apparently, he used to visit family in New York growing up. He would take a lot of game from there. That expanded his horizons when it comes to clothes and style. With the King persona, T.I. stay fly. He makes the list. Up next, we gotta go with Travis Scott. Them Nike collaborations, them Jordans were fresh. The Dior collaboration. Also now, when niggas wanna get braided, the Travis Scott look might come up in the conversation. The punk rock, Kurt Cobain type of look with the shirts. You can also switch it up and go classy.
Staying strong, you know, the team everyone just staying focused and just trying to create to the max.
Never doing too much and knowing how to make simple stand out, Travis Scott is one of the trippiest. Up next is Lil Wayne. The rockstar look, the face tattoos, dreads, the grills. Tunchi birthed a whole new generation of rappers.
I'm not a sneakerhead, but I'm fresh.
And then we gotta go with Mace. The pretty boy fly rap style. Low-key, Mace is a blueprint to a lot of rappers that we've seen.
Man, my billionaire son Kanye, nigga, gave me these right here, man. Look at those, man. Red Octobers, man. I got a billionaire son, man. Stop playing with me, man. Yeezy, man. I got my Yeezy from Yeezy, man.
So that's it. If you had to do your own list, who would it be? Let us know in the comments. Y'all know Kanye been tripping lately with some of his comments. Last week, we spoke on a White Lives Matter shirt and the frustration with the fact that people are calling him crazy. Update: a couple days later, Ye went to the Drink Champs podcast and said certain things about the George Floyd death.
I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. They want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend. It's in the documentary.
He implies that the media faked the narrative to keep black people traumatized. How though? We all seen the clip. We know in society, some people, usually referred as crackers, love to be hypocrite in your face and stab you in the back with their little politics game. But would they be corny enough to do that? Kanye mentions a documentary that speaks about the situation. The thing is, he didn't go any further about it, so it might just be bullshit. He also said anti-Semitic comments against Jewish businessmen that try to control the media and steal blatantly from artists in the music industry.
Okay, so I'm going to tell people when I would apologize for the tweet. This is what has to happen first. I need all of the top executives in Hollywood. I need the top executives at the NBA and at the NFL. We'll do those two sports specifically. And I want the top executives in music, dealing with publishing, dealing with like Spotify and Apple Music and Universal Music and all the top let's do like 5 top execs there. And I want to look at the top 10 earners in each one of those fields' contracts openly. We want to compare and contrast the contracts. And then once we open that conversation, and we need to do it on a platform live.
A couple days later, the Drink Champs interview got removed from all official platforms, and host Noriega apologized with urgency on different platforms for the lack of sensitivity that his guests displayed, saying those comments.
I sincerely apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye's words, by Kanye's actions, because I didn't really realize that sometimes I'm just so much into the interview, you're not even in the interview. You understand what I'm saying?
But if you go back, nor Nori or DJ EFN tried to stop Ye about those comments. If you preach freedom of speech then, why 2 days later you apologize on behalf of the guests? Was it just for views? It kind of proves Kanye's point with the media. Of course you don't have to agree with what he said, but remove the episode though?
All right, I want to be careful with this subject because...
Wait a second, but tell me, could you even really run this interview? Because Mav didn't run my interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They blocked me out. The Jewish media blocked me out. This shit lit, right? I'm lit, right? I'm lit.
After this turmoil, Kanye had an opportunity to clear what he said with Piers Morgan to chop it up. It got tense a little, back and forth. One thing you can learn from this interview is that you gotta pay attention to every fucking word. The soundbite thirst is real. Piers tried many times to play with words and make Kanye apologize. But Ye wouldn't back down.
I'm going to start by taking accountability for my actions and the lack of sophistication in my wording, like I said, I was sleepy, and it was taken in a way that I didn't mean to be taken. It definitely caused some attention. But I don't want the conversation to go away just because I came to you guys and said, you know, I understand how I hurt you, and I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused and the confusion that I caused. Now, that is said, right? But I don't want the conversation to go away that we are still in a place where these contracts are still up. My people are still getting screwed. This has to be opened up. And I'm not asking for a promise, but it would be a beautiful world as I release the pain that I've caused and the pain that I have in me, that grudge that I was holding, that you guys, some of you guys, 1, 2 of you guys step up and say, let's look at these contracts. Let's make it not be a known fact that the music industry is treacherous. And I want to be able to sit at the table with the contracts. I want my people to sit at the table with the contracts. I do want all of this, but I'm not going to hold my apology hostage till I get that.
That's right, man. Stand your ground. Love him or hate him, you gotta respect Kanye's gangster. He'll stand on what he believes in. But seriously, the talk about the media is real. Y'all don't remember what Malcolm X said? The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power. Because they control the minds of the masses. What Kanye is saying is nothing new. It's the truth, ain't it, man? Yeah, again, we fuck with you, and we know you're not against the community. But the way the message is being delivered, saying shit without backing it up, is fucking it up. Of course we make mistakes. But damn. On the real, y'all think it's just a hype for an album? On the low. Let us know how you feel about this whole thing. That was it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what's going on. Let me know, like, dislike, comment, and I'm gonna leave you on this.
So wait, come on. We ask all our guests this, right?
Talk to me, don't make
Do you eat ass?
This guy. So I like pussy. And I'm the fucked up
You eat
person.
pussy? That's how you can answer it. That's the correct way to answer it. But have you ever ate ass? Have you ever? Like,
do a motherfucking,
you be around
motherfucking monkey go.